Hello, welcome back to Doom 2 and the Golden Souls 2. We're about to get the one of the best weapons in the game. For some reason, it looks like there's a thing on my screen, but there isn't. I forgot. This level is just kind of sad. This level had one coin that just baffled me for hours on end. And those are crabs. They do a little bit of damage if you walk on them, I think. Yeah, they do a little bit of damage if you walk up them, but they move so fast. They're not worth it, but they do count against your enemy count, so if you're going for a 100% run, good luck, Mother Clucker. Something else I learned, there's another shotgun. For no good reason, there is a secondary shotgun you can get, and it's exactly as useless as you would go like, oh, why would you want another shotgun? Like, the one you get is good enough, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I also noticed that this is very inconsistent about when and where it decides to like point out things. It goes there's a little thing where it's like, oh, here's where you want to go. Here's where video game land is. Just play the song and just go right along. This one looks really nice in the upgraded version, even doesn't look gold. Just eat some cheese with some bark. Bark, bark. Man, the golden handgun is like, okay, you needed an upgrade, but could you at least make the first upgrade something a little bit more exciting? So this area, in case you're wondering, is a lot of this. It is a lot of large open areas. Real large. Holy crap, it's really large. You could eat cheese on bread. Bread also on cheese. Just eat some bread with some cheese. So, you might be wondering, okay, how's World 4? How's World 4 holding up? How's World 4 making you go, ooh? The answer is, it's really making me go, ooh. World 4 has been a dream. It's been a honky-dory fun time. I had a great one. If I'm correct,
if my exact calculations are correct, there is a golden cacodemon, and we gotta kill him.
The golden cacodemon, in case you have forgotten from the other game, because they are a return enemy, essentially they drop a shit ton of money once you kick his ass. It's mostly a question of finding him. Sorry, gotta stay focused here. Sometimes I actually have to focus on the game for a little bit, and that's kind of annoying. I like playing games. This song is real nice. I think that Nintendo, they'll copyright strike it every day. I can't blame them, cause it's a really nice little song.
That was a pro strat. If you watch my latest Let's Play guides, you would know exactly how to speedrun that little area.
I just like this level. Isn't it nice? Are we having a grand old time here, just having a grand old time? We're getting a lot of Stardust. No, I'm kind of sad that not a lot of guns have alternate firing modes, because I really like them. But we're about to get a gun that has an alternate firing mode! Which I can't do very well. Okay, so I've slept good tonight. I can't. Can you believe it? I couldn't. I was like, oh my god, I actually went to bed on fucking time! What is the scientific discovery and how can we weaponize it against the Russians? The problem is it tells you about this before you acquire it, since you actually get it over there. Like, why would you talk... Anyway. We all know how this gun works. We've all seen this gun. We've all touched this little dingle. I just love some of this features you can get. So this is the plasma gun of the game. We get a lot of ammo for this. A lot more than you think you should. But that's half the fun, I guess. It's not bad. It's got that usual little cooldown that plasma guns tend to have. The door over there. The cooldown isn't a huge deal. But the way the clicking works is kind of annoying. If you try to swap between primary and secondary fire, click too early and you don't get to use it. It's really weird. But yeah, I'm not too concerned about my ammo count. This gun gets all the bullets you need. If I recall correctly, the secret in this one is... The secret pickup is kind of annoying. I mean, we'll get to it when we get to it, but trust me, you're gonna be like, ah, that's really annoying, isn't it? I would have liked it if the ricochet was either very good at just pummeling opponents by the ricochet bounding stuff, or had something along the lines of... What would I want? It's weaker, but every time it bounces, it goes towards an enemy target. You know? Let's use a couple of rockets. I hate whenever it's like they mix two notes and those notes are just close enough to sound like they're supposed to be music. Want every coin we can get. So, the World 4 boss I have some issues with. I think it's going to go a little bit easier now that I know what to expect, but the World 4 boss is annoying. We have yet to meet this particular enemy type, but there's an enemy type that can only be killed using either the Star Shooter or a rocket. And the boss just summons an infinite amount of them until the whole battlefield is swarmed, which, as you know, that's just shit design. There's no excuses. But in this case, I'm going to give it the tiny exception of like, it's a one-boss thing, and you can buy health items and such. And by then, you can buy potions, so if you really want, you can get haste or invisibility. I think invisibility will be useful. I don't know how useful it actually be, but it's probably better than nothing. Yeah, those guys will be instantly destroyed.
Hey, what happened to the enemy who was destroyed?
So here's the secret. There is no indication of this. None. None at all. The only indication there is something going on down there is that little bubble. That bubble's been used before. This is not a well-hidden secret. Say what you want. I guess it's the effect. Like you might... But, like, on a glance, you wouldn't guess there's anything there, you know? Like, oh, it's just another place where some bubbles are showing up. It's not distinct enough, is my point. Like, it's not a bad one. It took me a while to figure out. It took me less time to figure out than the other one, which we're going to come up on soon. Which I'm not angry about. That one in particular, I'm like, it's not a great one. It could have been better. But the next one is like, I'm like, okay, you never introduced this element, so that's on me, I guess. For not being a little more creative. Yeah, armor counts at least. Nice. Nice. Our armor count is nice. Oh yeah. I should probably point this out. This level is filled with situations where this happens. See that? It's like we're in the fucking PlayStation era. Do you like the Nintendo Sony PlayStation? Oh my god, the fact that the rocket launcher is actually fucking useful is just amazing. It is a marvel of the science. As you can see, that thing can go up and down really well, but that's all it does. So that is a golden crab. You have to kill him to acquire this coin. That means that the coin doesn't technically show up on your map if you decide to use the cheat. You have to kill it. God damn it. It's because the coin spawns in when the crab's killed. I don't know why the hell you weren't shooting earlier, sir. Oh, they make a noise when they shoot! I didn't know that. I like how during that break, I kept hearing the little ringing beep. That beep is very well made because it sticks in my goddamn head and I hate it. So, this area's a bit more open, so you kind of have to backtrace from where you want to go to where you should be. I don't know if I like it. I prefer my pathways being a little bit more obvious, but sure, whatever. I like how unless you're like right on top of them, they just can't hit you. It's the bonus house, yeah, we're going over there someday in the future. It'll be great, just trust me. We'll all have a grand old time. What a grand old time. I've gotten better at these guys. I'll confess to that much. As much as I prefer not to get good at them and being angry all the time. Yeah, scouring this landscape just to find out what's goddamn crab I need to find. Gotta find a crab! Crab, 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 crab cakes. Everyone likes crab cakes, except those. You thought I was gonna say the riggers, huh? Those weird bondage fanatics. Actually, the term they use, I think it is, because I went to a website and they were like, they're called riggers. And I'm like, you sure people would use a term like that in this day and age? Like, you only need to misspeak once. Then again, you're probably only going to use it in a context in which it's fine anyway, so. And it's like a valid term. Like, it is called rigging. But for some reason, if it happens to you, you're called a rope bunny. And I'm like, okay. So one's got this cool name of like a cool sailor man who's like hanging from the riggings of a ship, swinging his sword around. And I was like, oh, you're a rope bunny. I'm like, oh, really? Should we do Port Paradise now? Yes, we'll start off with the water level next time. I actually don't have to pick up any coins, so that's nice. I need to see if I can remember all the... Okay, I know where all of them are, and they're not... The coins in this level are not in weird places. One of them you might just miss, because knowing it's there is the big clue. Because it requires a little bit of work, but that's kind of it. Otherwise, one of them isn't very well hidden. Or hidden at all, really. I wonder what the firing restrictions are on Pokies, because they do seem to have, like, a restriction on when exactly they want to fire. Why do they always survive? The back one always survives. I hate how the rockets go up so much you can't jump over them, but you can sidestep them super easily. Okay, so one is in a sewer. One is in a sewer. Other is the clock tower thing. What was the last one? Also another sewer. Okay. I don't know where the heck this cannon is from, but it's a cute cannon. I think it's cute. A hit not taken is a hit not shaken. I guess they did that because one of the major flaws of the Revenant is that issue they have with the rockets. Like, you could so easily sidestep a rocket just by stepping off to the side, and it would always crash into the ground if they were higher up. That is part of the one that I missed. The one that eluded capture. For decades, I could not capture one. I joke around, but it is kind of the case. That feel when half your fucking pellets hit the wall! Goddamn Kirby music. This ain't goddamn Dreamland. Place to be underneath the water, high, underneath the water, high. I wonder if you could upgrade the reload speed of weapons too. Like if that's mechanically a feasible thing to do. I mean, excuse me. I love the Taskmaker. Excuse me. It's a great one. I mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. I want a sound clip of that. Who's in that? Who did that? Who dat? Whoever it was, you're about to get... Oh, you're up there, huh? I remember not killing you for the longest time. I like Board Paradise. I forgot this is just a nice leisurely level. See, I always say that I like fast-firing weapons, but then I realized that fast-firing weapons kind of... They also kind of ruin the pacing of Doom. Like, Doom is very clearly built around a certain firing rate, which is why the plasma gun chews through ammo so fucking quickly. Hey, shut up! Literally no one cares that you're... Oh, I just like the idea of, like, he shot one bullet! Reload! Reload! What ammo? What ammo? I got a weak spot for a nice pistol. I think I know why, though. So here's a fun little story of yonder yesteryear with your boy Safi Crook. Long ago, we went to France, and one of the things we saw that was there in France was airsoft guns, which you couldn't get those kinds of guns in the Netherlands, no siree. So one of the things I saw was this most ridiculously kitted-out handgun. And when I say ridiculously kitted, what I mean is this is a big, chunky handgun. Like, this thing is bigger than a Desert Eagle. It is clearly not a real gun, because it's way too big to be like a... Maybe it was an SMG. I don't know, but it was a really chunky gun. Like, not elegantly designed at all, like a big chunky thing. And it had, like, a grip on the forehand, like the whole... Maybe there was a magazine on the front. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe I'm just mixing up with the toy I had. But I do know this thing had a giant, like, cylinder, like a big muzzle on it. I don't know why it had that. I'm pretty sure you don't need that. And then it had this massive scope on him. Like, this is a pistol for the man who's, like, very insecure about the fact that he just wants to use a pistol. Here's a good old pistol for all you men out there who just don't want to have a small gun either. It was a hilarious pistol. It was sitting in the windowsill and it cost like a lot of money. And we're like, oh man, that gun looks awesome. That was so impractical. That gun will stick with me forever because I think it's one of the first guns I ever saw in my life, and I was like, oh man, that thing looks so cool. But it wasn't cool at all. It was just it was a gun for people that didn't know what the fuck a gun is for. They were like, oh man, I bought this cool airsoft. Look at how cool this is. This is how real... Oh man. I just laugh thinking about that thing. Because it was so silly. It was so dumb. Like, you'd have to be a massive moron to think that gun was real. That's how just ridiculous it was. Big old chunky boy. As annoying as it can be, to do what I like to call... So when you're moving in Doom, when you're like having a grand time, you don't want to constantly be clicking because it takes away a lot of brain power. Well, not a lot. It takes a surprising amount of mental energy to click. To just click, 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 instead of holding the button. And a lot of weapons are Doom are designed so that you just fire them. Which means that trying to get that extra accuracy squeezed out of a assault rifle requires a lot of mental capacity that you just don't want to spend. And it's kind of funny. That's how the design document works out. So in a moment, we're going to be where I need to be for one of the items. Here it is. As you can see, we need to ring all bells, and I think that's the last one. I didn't do it that way originally. Originally, I didn't even know that was there. I just completely skipped that little segment and didn't even know that's where the item was. It took me forever to find it because the way that area is set up means that even if you're using the sprite to find it, you're not going to find it. To be fair, this is, I think, one of the last areas where I had any major issues finding star coins. After this, I kind of caught on to a lot of the systems and mechanics. So I generally did a lot better at finding them, and you know. Hecko that gecko, man. Hecko that gecko. So we can see the last star coin from here. It's right over there. We just gotta go through the sewers. Oh, you sort yourself out. I'm gonna swoop. Love it. How does this area work? And this area is pretty straightforward. It's not very interesting. I don't know why they added this. Like, this is just for a switch and a star coin. It's not a major area. Like, I don't know, man. If you're gonna do an underwater sewer section, make something out of it. Although I guess it's very thematic. It's got a lot of detail in it. Now that I look at it, it's like a lot of detail. Jeez, that's a tight fucking squeeze, man. Boy, they got their asses whooped. I forgot about that little section. I mean, to be fair... Would you even notice that section was there if I didn't point it out specifically? Just go down already, sir. Look at that. Look at how tight that is. So, like here, I'm like, okay, why don't you put the things here? Like, this is like the place to put those camera spots. But they don't. And then you end up here. I don't know if you could just find this and go to that one instead. I don't care. It'd save you a lot of time on a speedrun, because you'd skip like large portions of the level, theoretically speaking. You know, one other thing that gets me is that there are no points where, there are no real moments where you find armor. You buy armor, but you never get armor for free. Anyway, here's the end of the level. We just beat the game, essentially. And with that, we're done. We are next time going to play a mostly underwater level. What is Beautiful Bay like again? Oh. It's not a beautiful bay, it's mostly underwater, and we're going to meet up with a new enemy, which is the octopus. I want to show you this. Because I love the way this... I didn't know anything about jellyfish! It was jolly... Shocking discovery.